I remember when I was going through graduate school, I had worked with children for quite a long time. I'd worked with younger kids, and I had gone with also working with kids that were all the way up to 17, 18 years old. And one of the things that was very passionate to me was to make a difference and make a change in these young men and women's lives. My background in counseling psychology was really impactful for me because I was able to learn quite a bit about family systems and things that really I felt at the time impacted individuals, children and their families. And I think one of the things that really bothered me quite a bit about being a part of that process as a counselor and then an aftercare counselor was the fact that when we diagnose the individuals, we diagnose them based on certain traits that they held. So if they displayed a certain amount of aggression, then they could potentially be labeled with an aggressive disorder. If they displayed some type of inappropriate behavior, they had some sort of a label, and that really dictated a lot of what occurred with them as far as treatments were concerned. And that really bothered me quite a bit because I kept asking myself as I saw some of these individuals returning to some of the facilities that I worked at, I was asking myself, how do I know that I'm actually being impactful in their lives? And I also wanted to ask the question, how do I know that they're being successful once they are released from whatever in-treatment or outpatient program that they were in that I was able to support them in? One of the things that was really impactful for me is taking some extra courses at my master's level and getting connected with some people who were behavior analysts or actually behavior consultants while I was living in Indiana. And they introduced me to applied behavior analysis, and it was very exciting to me because it gave me information that I knew about, but I didn't know the terminology and the specifics of it. And when I sat in my first class, I remember having that aha moment, which was, this makes sense to me. I've known this all along, but I haven't been able to apply it. And applied behavior analysis for me, getting that aha moment really enabled me to see something to understand that ABA is the only scientifically based methodology in actually treating individuals. And once I started understanding the ins and outs of applied behavior analysis and understanding that there's measurement involved and there's actual assessment involved, it's not guessing, it's actually utilizing and implementing the scientific method to individually collect the data and get the information so you could see if you're making a difference. And getting into applied behavior analysis was very important for me at that point because it became very concrete, it became very clear. I knew, looking at the data, that the intervention was successful. I knew when I was setting up my interventions, because I had done an assessment based specifically on the individual's need and targeting specific behaviors, I knew how the environment affected that individual. It may sound kind of silly, but I slept a lot better at night because I knew I wasn't just looking at someone and seeing the behaviors that they displayed without having any type of understanding of why the behavior was occurring in the here and now. I was able to do an assessment. I was able to conduct a plan. I was able to look at other environments and develop plans that were able to give me that insight to know this is working or this isn't working. And I think something that was really exciting for me that was different from when I was doing the counseling realm, there was a lot of benefits from the talk therapy that I was really engaged in. But I do feel that at times I was seeing a label or seeing a diagnosis, and then I was trying to pad my theory with the diagnosis that the individual had. With ABA, it was the exact opposite. I was able to throw everything up on the board and start scratching things off. I wanted to disprove certain things, because if you can eliminate and you can disprove certain factors, you know at the end of the day that when you do have a hypothesis about a particular behavior, that you're spot on and what intervention you have in place is working.